Thanks. COVID-19 has forced us to rethink a lot of our priorities and understand what's important. And I think many of those things that we've learned their importance in COVID-19, that we should have known it before, start with higher education. The doctors and the nurses and the scientists we need to cope with a health crisis. The engineers, the architects, the apprentices we need to build infrastructure, to build the houses that we so desperately need. And the arts and the humanities, without which, frankly, we would all have gone off our heads over the last 6 months. And yet, even before COVID, we were failing desperately to support and invest in the people who study these things in third level and a post-grad level. The highest fees in Europe, now that Britain has gone. Accommodation costs absolutely out of control for students, and just a straightforward lack of affordable accommodation or any accommodation for students. Grants that were woefully inadequate, and a huge inequality in terms of access to third level when 90% of people from Dublin 6 go to university, but well under 20% in many working class areas. Now, if all of that was true before COVID, frankly, it's got worse since COVID, because now students don't have the opportunities to work that they might have had to supplement their income. That is also true of the post-grad students who get paid nothing at all, even though they are key to delivering a research output in our universities, don't have proper contracts of employment. Our student nurses, who are literally holding the front line together, as many of the nurses and doctors and healthcare assistants are out sick with COVID, they are holding the front line together and being paid nothing now, having been acknowledged with HCA payment for a couple of months, then pulled away from them, and the government resisting paying them. So, Minister, I would just say this. 250 quid is a drop in the ocean in that situation, right? There is no justification for fees. There never was. There is even less justification in the context of blended learning, most of it happening on off-campus, uncertainty and so on. Fees for international students, absolutely outrageous. Student nurses actually having to pay fees when they should be paid and not have to pay fees. And then our post-grad students and so on not being paid even though they're doing real work and jobs. There's a hell of a lot needs to be done to change the situation for our students, our post-grads, and for the proper funding of our universities.